Welcome back, guys, to Mass Effect Andromeda. We're on Aya. We've recruited people to the Nexus. We've bought lots of stuff for other colonies. We sorted out some diplomacy as we go. We've got one more person to convert, by the look of it. No scratching the fuel line.
Ambassador Realis said you're thinking of moving to the Nexus.
Pathfinder. I'm honored even to be considered for the transfer, but I won't be happy as just an observer. I need to work. I engineer power systems. Will I be allowed employment alongside your people?
That's the whole point of this exchange. The Nexus needs people like you.
That's all I needed to hear. I'll have your ambassador start the transfer. Thank you.
There's always work to be done. Right then, so everyone's sorted. And that's job done. So let's hand in our little bit of turn-ins. And move on from Aya yet again. At this point in time, there's relics everywhere that I need to pick up at some point in time, but still.
I found Kiloa seeds for Eos. Is this enough?
It's perfect. I'll make sure Eos gets them.
One done.
Here, I have the antibiotics for Kadara. Will the settlers be okay?
Once they have these, they'll be fine. I'll make sure they know who to thank.
Here, I found the solar amplifier for Vold.
They'll be happy to see this. No more power outages. Thank you, Pathfinder.
And one more thing, isn't it?
I managed to find an ionic filter for Eladin. Make sure they get it.
I'll get this delivered right away. They'll be relieved to have enough water.
No more problems, I take it? Right then, so everyone is sorted out yet again. As we check the map once more, we see that there are no more quests at this point in time. But something would tell me that we're probably going to be back here in the future. A ton of tasks done. No problem with that. Let us return back to, well, the Nexus maybe? Or further onwards, I don't know. After all, we did something for a Peebee. Oh, and then memory remains. Of course, not too long ago, like 10 minutes ago, we were told about a massive problem that's arisen on Eos. Regarding Tujal. I'm sure Peebee does want to speak to me. Well, that's an email first. A new project from Peebee. Hey, I've got a new remnant project in the works. It's going to be big. Come say hi in my room on the Tempest, will you? Okay. Acknowledge. The families of my lost expedition asked me to convey their appreciation to you for finding their loved ones. It's always difficult when we lose people, but knowing what happened will help them begin the mourning process. So that's the people we found in the Scourge. Facial reconstruction. So this is new due to the patch, I hear. I've completed my analysis of the injuries suffered in Habitat 7 during the fall. Well, both falls, including the facial damage occurred when your helmet shattered. Those hairline subsurface fractures are mending nicely. If you want to monitor the healing process, there's a facial reconstruction suite installed in the Tempest medbay, giving you a reason to try and use it in case you want to change your character's design. Because they've opened up a couple more options, let's put it that way, like female hair for males. Male hair for females, etc, etc, etc. Carlo claims the suite runs on antiquated xenon. I think that's one of his little jokes, I'm sure it is. Right, let's speak to Peebee then. See what she wants of us. Peebee?
Pock. You're gonna be the gateway to so many great things, my friend.
Hey there. You named her Pock?
Yep. Proof of concept. To distinguish her from Zap, your souped-up, nasty combat version.
Zap. I like it.
Yeah, it's edgy. The storage box from the vault on Eos was the key to everything, including integrating that piece of REM tech you got me. But our new observer friends are just the beginning. I'm working on something even bigger.
Sure, why stop and smell the roses? Getting remnant technology to work is so passé.
I'm not one to rest on my laurels. So get this. We can only scan for remnant signatures we've already encountered. My scanner's doing that around the clock. But if I integrate the right REM tech, we could scour the cluster for any remnant signature, even ones we don't have. My scanner would literally become a remnant mystery detector.
Your enthusiasm is infectious.
Yeah, don't tell Lexi. She'll look for a cure. I came to Andromeda to touch the unknown, to find the never-before-found. Once I perfect this scanner, it'll do exactly that. All I need is 3 specific pieces of REM tech.
We can do that.
You rock. Pock and Zap think so too. So far, I've located the first piece. It's back on EOS. I'll upload the coordinates.
So pretty much everything's getting me to return to EOS at this point in time. Should we go with Peebee and Jarl then? Rather than to H1's place. Away from Aya it is. And our emergency on EOS. Over here. Something tells me that Ephra might be running the Roekkar. Just a little bit. Maybe trying to still stay in with the Moshai and the major political thing, because of course you need some kind of political figure to try and bend their ear towards more your ways. Something tells me he's not really in the middle, is he? Well, let's get down to EOS. And see what we can see.
Ready to fly, Path. What the?
Huh?
Find something?
Something pinged us. An ID request. The Tempest auto-responded.
We'll keep an eye out in the sector.
Something's looking at us in EOS? Well, that's worrying. Before we land...
Anomaly on sensors.
Is this the thing that pinged us?
Deploying probe.
That a satellite? Is that what pinged us in the sector?
It's pulsing an initiative call response code. Someone knows our tech inside and out.
Let's get a scan.
In fact, yeah, let's just hop straight over. What is that taking a look at us?
What the hell happened?
Anti-trackback measure? Drive system overloaded. Not quick enough, though. I got a serial that has triggered an alert.
Pathfinder, we are to contact Director Addison as soon as possible.
What is going on?
Yes. What is going on? And that just reminded me, that's why we're not supposed to be going here just yet. Because of course we had a message on VidCon to check out apart from that, didn't we? But now we have two. What's going on around EOS now? Do you want to come check this out, Vetra?
Pathfinder, you have pending vid calls.
I bet I do. Right, so we have a distress call and Addison as well. What's the distress call first?
Suvi, play the full distress call from Prodromos.
Right away.
This is the Initiative Outpost Prodromos on EOS. We're in need of assistance. Tempest, this one is for you. We've got hostiles inbound. No ground activity, but there soon will be. Pathfinder, we need you. Going dark until it's resolved. We're not giving up EOS again. Out.
Could use more information than just hostiles and the worry of escalation.
Could be he's worried it's not a simple attack. If someone's willing to risk attacking Prodromos, your first outpost...
They're trying to make a point.
It's gonna be the Roekkar.
That's the last we heard? Nothing else?
No rider, but also no alarms. The orbital buoy isn't showing any major traffic. Bradley's military, all about the prep. I bet it's a brownout to present less of a target.
Keep the nav fresh. I'll be on the bridge soon.
Understood.
Now I'm wondering if I should have made it a military point. Right, Prodromos we're going down to anyway. But what's this about the satellite?
Ryder, tell me about the satellite you found.
Director, what are you talking about?
My alert identified a ZK resource tracker. They're emergency tech, full of overrides so they can bypass protocol. They were designed by Dr. Zoe Jean Kennedy. She disappeared with the Exiles. If her tech has shown up, that could give someone a backdoor to steal from your outposts.
Why were these trackers allowed to bypass protocols?
They're supposed to be hubs, to rapidly track and pull resources if lives are at stake somewhere. That's why they weren't deployed. Tan didn't like anyone bypassing his rubber stamp.
If this satellite is new, how has it kept up with our security measures?
That's a very good question.
What was Dr. Kennedy's role in the initiative?
She designed the orbital beacons, forward stations, and half the kit in the Tempest. She'd ram an upgrade through before the requisition was on Tan's desk. Dr. Kennedy disappeared along with the Exiles. That was a big loss.
Pretty extreme to set up a personal alert. Why do that?
A lot of Dr. Kennedy's projects were unofficial.
But you backed them, like these trackers?
I don't want some asshole using my access codes to cut a backdoor into our resources, or Tan blaming me for it. But I also want to know what happened to her.
She disappeared with the Exiles, but you weren't calling her one?
She sympathized, but we'd never let an expert like that go. She was vital. But in the chaos, a lot of things, and people, went missing.
If we have to find the tech or the person, where do we begin?
You got a sliver of data from the first tracker. With more scans, maybe Suvi can assemble a point of origin. Obviously, these trackers are being deployed where initiative tech is concentrated. That means outposts. I'd bet there's more trackers in outpost systems. That's where you search for whoever's doing this.
And when we find them?
They're stealing our resources. My concern is Dr. Kennedy, her tech, their lives. In that order.
Okay, the null system is next for checking by the look of it. So an important, well, VIP that's been taken by the look of it. Or has just straight joined up with them. We can't just deny that just because of personal sentiment there. But now let's head down to the planet, now that we know it's under attack first. Don't you reckon? That would be the cleverer thing to do. So it looks like anomalies can keep appearing no matter what, wherever we are. Let's get down there, and it is Yal's quest. Roekkar, indeed. Alright then, let's change these two up. Even though it's loading, that's Yal and Peebee sorted. And let's get going.
Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
I was not expecting more quests to keep appearing just when I'm going back places, though. But as soon as I've landed, a rumble. Alright then, Prodromos. How under attack are you? That's my main question. The other question I have is, where are these other quests I have on here to do?
Keep you in the dark, Pathfinder, but there are eyes on this planet.
We didn't see much traffic from orbit.
It's there. But hopefully you can get ahead of this before it turns into something bad. See you soon.
Now, was Bradley high or low? I think he was high up, wasn't he? Was it in this room or the next room along? Definitely not this room. Just trying to remember where everyone is, really. It's in that one there, isn't it? Unless you're not in a room at all, but are standing just clearly outside.
Thanks for coming. Knew you'd be up for it.
I need answers. You said there were hostiles inbound.
We've had raids. With all our scientific gizmos, we expected pirates. But not this.
4-5, repeat. Stockpile complete. Waiting for beacon. Launch on detection. Repeat. 1, 2, 3.
What am I hearing, Bradley?
Here's my worry. Maybe the raids we've seen were just a decoy, so someone could do a slow tactical build-up in the Black Rock.
Tactical? You mean military?
No. That was an Angaran voice. He means Roekkar. That's why he called us.
An attack on our first outpost? Can you imagine how the Nexus would react?
Exactly the response Axul wants.
Eos has been through enough. We'll put a stop to whatever this is.
I knew you would. I hope I'm wrong, Pathfinder. I didn't want to bring this kind of thinking to Andromeda. Head to Black Rock Tan. I'll transmit the nav point for the signal.
Okay then, so we can clearly see we are under attack. That's a problem in and of itself. What I should have taken though, rather than running, is of course our car. Our vehicle. Let's jet it down. Hello Pathfinder to you two not Pathfinder person. Right, the Black Rock it is. Let's open the map and see where we're looking at things. So there's a quest all the way out here. Investigate Black Rock Tandit. Way off. There's a quest over here, which is Peebee's Remnant Ruins. And there's a ton of fast travels to get us around. So no matter what, we can get places. One thing we haven't done here is that task for scanning the dead. Not that we need to, all our planetary viabilities are at 100%. The most interesting thing is that they fit all nicely and that makes me think that's the last planet.
A Roekkar signal.
Understood. Eyes open.
I hope your colonists don't just work. These worlds need normal life.
You say that, but where am I looking?
Bradley was right. Roekkar on site.
Watch for reserves after the first assault.
Thanks for the tip.
Alright. So we're going to work, are we? Well, they seem all a bit oblivious at the moment, that's for sure. But now they've got into cover 8. I guess I'm too far away for them to reveal themselves at this point. Pretty much, we're going to have to storm. That little tree is protecting you, but not me. Well, that's the sharpshooter's done with. I was wondering, is that guy behind the second block or not? Nope. You pick him up, I'll knock him down after the fact. Oh wait, I thought you were going to keep running. Oh, small trees. Explosion there is going to work quite well on the sharpshooter. And we got some more enemies as well, and little bugs. You said beware of the second wave. What were they doing here, anyway? It's a remnant site. Which is generating more and more enemies. And in come the second wave, eh? Maybe that was more the final wave, to be honest.
Jaw, are we clear?
We're clear. And we still have Bradley's signal.
Right. Let's see what they were protecting.
Are they generating remnant?
Roekkar are not pirates.
Well, looks like this is what they were doing. I want to check the console, though.
This signal can call dropships to a precise location.
That's the Roekkar strategy. The scout would have placed the beacon in the center of Prodromos.
Telling Aksul exactly where to strike.
Bradley, Blacklock was a Roekkar scout with a homing beacon.
Shit. Glad you put an end to that.
I'm not walking away. This is my house.
Not sure what you're asking, Pathfinder. We can't risk our first outpost.
Technically third. We lost the first two.
Promise and resilience.
What are you planning?
To give them an outpost or decoy at the old sites? Basically the same thing, isn't it?
We use their beacon. They want a target, let's give them one. On our terms.
Site 2 is still powered. You could broadcast from the old comm array.
Bait and switch at Site 2. Let's go.
We're gonna let them come. And then deal with them after the fact. In the meantime, a load of small remnant are coming too. Right, so where is this Site 2? Ah, of course it was. Way off over there. Well, let's get around the planet yet again to maybe check out Peebee's thing before we lay the Roekkar trap. Join me next time as we do battle and find out if Ephra is all intermingled in this as well. Bye-bye.